Hello students, hope all of you are fine. So dear children, we are doing the lesson why do we fall ill. Okay, we have discussed several factors why we fall ill. Okay, what is disease, what is health. So today we are going to discuss about communicable and non-communicable diseases. As the term says, communicate. Okay, that means there is transfer. Okay, so those diseases which are transmitted from one person, that is diseased person, to a healthy person is called a communicable disease. Okay, these diseases are caused due to the entering of harmful microorganisms in the body. For example, we have cough and cold, conjunctivitis, viral fever, smallpox, polio, etc. These diseases are transmitted from the contaminated food, drinks, okay, which are contaminated, or water, or inhaling contaminated air. So this cause the communicable disease. Now on the other hand, we have non-communicable diseases. So those diseases which remain confined to the person. Okay, that means the disease which does not spread from one person to another. Okay, and such diseases are called the non-communicable diseases. These diseases are caused by the internal disorders. Okay, and this can be genetic abnormality, can be high blood pressure, okay, due to excessive weight and lack of exercise, okay, malfunctioning of the body organs, immune system, or some other reason could be there for the non-communicable diseases. Now next we have another topic, that is how do these microorganisms they enter in case of what is infection. Okay, and how the microorganisms they enter the body of the organism. So infection basically that state of the body in which the disease causing microorganisms have entered and start showing their effect. Okay, that is called the infection. Okay, now how the microorganisms they enter our body. So there are various ways through which the microorganisms they can enter our body. So first is through the contaminated food. Okay, if we eat contaminated food, the microorganisms will enter our body. Okay, then next is contaminated water. Okay, if we drink contaminated water, then also the microbes they can enter our body. Contaminated air, through the air we breathe, okay, that will cause the airborne disease like the common cold or tuberculosis. Okay, now waterborne disease include cholera, hepatitis, okay, poliomyelitis. Okay, and the microbes they can also enter our body through the skin contact. Okay, if a person is having skin disease and if we come in contact with that particular person, then we can suffer from the disease. If we have any cut or wound on our skin or on any part of the body, then through the cut or wound also the microorganisms can enter our body. The next way is the sexual contact, okay, with the diseased person, okay, who is having sexual disease, or the sexual diseases are also known as the venereal disease. Okay, so if a person is suffering from venereal disease, then the healthy person will also have the disease. Okay, next is the disease can be transmitted through the carriers. Okay, so for example, we have the housefly. Okay, if housefly sit on a dirty place, okay, then the microbes they get attached on the hairy legs of the housefly. And if this same housefly it sit on the food, then the microbes which are attached on its hairy legs will shed on the food, and that will contaminate the food. Okay, some of the organisms or the animals, they bite the human beings, okay, and through biting, the microorganism that is present inside their body, that is released, and that cause the disease in the human being. For example, mosquito, okay, mosquito is a factor, and it has the plasmodium, okay, which cause the malaria. So when it bite a healthy person, then it release that particular plasmodium inside the blood, and that infect the healthy person. So in this way, the microorganisms, they enter our body, okay. Now next we have causes of non-communicable or non-infectious diseases. So non-infectious disease, as we discussed, these are not caused by any infectious agents, okay, and there are other causes. Such diseases do not spread in the community, okay, and they remain in a particular person or place only, okay. So the disease, this non-communicable diseases, they are because of genetic abnormalities, high blood pressure, or excessive weight, okay, that is uncontrolled diet also lead to the non-communicable disease, that is obesity, okay. The lack of exercise or malfunctioning of the body organs or the malfunctioning of the immune system lead to the non-communicable diseases, okay. Now next we have the causes of communicable or infectious diseases, okay. So in that, infectious agent or microorganisms that we are going to discuss, that cause the infectious diseases. So the infectious diseases, they are caused by the mostly by the microorganisms, okay, which cannot be seen by us with our naked eyes, or some might be bigger also, okay. So the organism that cause diseases are called pathogens, okay. Now bacterial diseases, some of the diseases, they are caused by the bacteria, okay, and due to the disease which are caused by the bacteria, the term bacterial disease is used. So some example of bacterial diseases are typhoid fever, anthrax, okay, pneumonia, tetanus, tuberculosis, leprosy, cholera, okay, food poisoning, gastroenteritis, meningitis, syphilis. These are some of the bacterial diseases. Next we have is the viral diseases. These diseases are caused due to infection of the virus, okay. Now poliomyelitis, chickenpox, influenza, dengue, cancer, AIDS, okay, measles, conjunctivitis, that is the eye infection, okay, rabies, hepatitis, common cold, etc. These are all the example of viral diseases. Next we have is the fungal disease. These are also the infectious disease. These disease are caused by the infection of fungus, okay. An example of these diseases are the food poisoning and skin cancer. Next we have is the protozoan disease. So these disease which are caused by the protozoa are called the protozoan disease. Example are malaria, sleeping sickness, okay, amoebic dysentery, giardiasis, okay. Then we have kalajar, okay. So these are all the examples of the protozoan disease. Beside that, we have the helminth disease, okay, the disease which are caused by the worms or helminths. These are called the helminthic diseases, okay. So it can be teniasis, ascariasis, or elephantiasis. So these were some of the reasons for the infectious diseases. Or beside that also, there are various agents which cause the disease. For example, environmental pollution, air pollution, okay, it can lead to the problem like asthma, okay, or it can also lead to the cancer condition, or the pollution, okay, that is smoking, that also that is habit, due to habit, smoking, alcohol consumption, okay, these are some of the other factors which cause the non-communicable diseases, okay. And for example, smoking lead to high blood pressure, okay, or due to smoking the tuberculosis can also take place because the lungs get damaged, okay. Because of drinking, excess drinking of alcohol, the liver may get damaged, okay, so it can lead to the jaundice condition, okay. So these are some of the diseases or the factors, other factors which can cause the disease, okay. For example, next we have the drug addiction also, okay. Some people, they get addicted to the drugs, and because of that they have the disorder of addiction, that is also one of the disorder or the disease, okay, that is caused by the habit, okay. So now how the these particular organisms, they remain in the body, okay, why some of the organisms they can be killed and others they cannot be controlled. You might have heard about the disease like AIDS, okay. Nowadays we are having coronavirus. So these viral diseases, okay, why they are uh, not controlled easily, and why the bacterial disease they can be controlled easily. So in this portion we'll discuss what are the uh, bacterial pathways and working of the antibiotics, how the bacteria they spend their life, okay, and what are the common things among the bacteria, okay, and how the antibiotics they can control the bacteria, and why the antibiotics they cannot control the viruses, okay. So bacteria basically they have the common pathways, okay. Bacteria, all the bacteria they have common pathways, okay, and they make outer covering, okay, they make an outer covering outside their body, okay, that is a protective covering of the cell wall by the various biochemical pathways, okay, and this protect the body of the bacteria from the harsh climatic condition that is present in the body of the host, okay, and it ensures its survival. Now the cell wall formation is common in all the bacteria, that means that is the common pathway of the bacteria, okay. To protect itself from the harsh climatic condition, all the bacteria they make the cell wall around themselves to escape the condition. Now when the antibiotics they are given to a person, what happens, this antibiotic, okay, like the penicillin, okay, it blocks the biochemical pathway of the bacteria, okay, and it does not allow the bacteria to make cell wall around the body, okay. Due to the absence of cell wall, the bacteria get exposed to the harsh climatic condition in the body of the host, and it cannot withstand the harsh climatic condition that is present in the host body. For example, there is presence of HCl in the stomach, which is very very dangerous, okay. It can even melt the iron pieces or blades, okay. So it will destroy the bacteria, okay. Or we have macrophages, okay, which can engulf the foreign bodies, okay. So what happens is that penicillin, it will not allow the bacteria to form the cell wall, and in this way the bacteria get destroyed in the body. But in case of virus, okay, they do not have any common pathway, okay, and same antiviral disease drugs, okay, same antiviral drugs cannot be used for the other viral disease, okay. Viruses, they are having different pathways and they do not have anything in common. So they need different antiviral diseases drugs to control. Okay, and the viruses, they cannot be controlled by the bacteria because virus, they do not form the cell wall around their body, and that is not the part of their biochemical pathway. So the antibiotics, they cannot control the growth of the virus. Okay.